Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to today's Words of Wisdom. Today's is from April 21st, and I quote, "Those with spiritual sight can see balls of light that resemble soap bubbles coming out of the mouth when reciting the true words spoken by Buddha, or other sutras and prayers of happy science. Because words with spiritual energy are uttered from the mouth, the words carry power. This power reflects one's overall ability. The overall ability gained from one's studies and efforts will be exerted, and this will enable you to admonish others or change their minds through your words." From The Laws of Secret by Master Okawa. Thank you very much. All right, so this is our fundamental sutra, or our prayer book that you receive when you become a member. And thanks to Master Ryuho, this is not a translation from the Japanese to English, but he wrote the English himself. And it is an extremely powerful sutra. I read it morning and night. We recommend our members to read it morning and night for many different reasons. And today's Words of Wisdom teaches us one of them, which is, when you read this sutra, the words you say, in our physical eyes, we don't see it, but with spiritual sight, what occurs is all the words that's coming out of our mouth when we read this or when we recite this, it turns into like golden bubbles. And it's like an energy, it's a golden energy that is protecting you or your household from negative spirits or evil influences. Now, maybe for those of you who doesn't believe in spirits or spiritual living, I'm sure those people aren't even watching this channel anyway, but I'm sure you have no clue what I'm talking about. But those who are in spirituality, you understand what I mean, right? There's always evil spirits behind negative activities, atrocious activities, such as what we've been seeing recently, the gun violence that's occurring, or any form of violence that occurs. Usually, a human being with conscience won't be able to hurt others. We're made like that. We'll feel ashamed to do such a thing. However, some criminals aren't. Why is this? It's because there are evil spirits in the hellish world who's seeking unhappiness, and what they do is they would possess people with the same kind of like mindset, and they will amplify their negativity. They will even temporarily take over their body and make them commit a lot of these kind of sins. Not only that, even if it's not a crime, let's say that when it's really hard to control your temper and you get really angry at a moment you shouldn't have, and you lost your job, you were demoted, or you lost a client, or your relationship inside the household gets really, really bad. Those moments when we can't control our speech, or even domestic violence, right? You're being possessed. And possession is not like a devil all the time. It's these evil spirits who will just kind of like amplify your negative thoughts, and you kind of lose control of yourself. So how do we then try to protect ourselves from these kind of negative entities? By reciting this sutra, these golden bubbles come out, and it will help you, kind of like turns into an aura that is protecting you from negative spirits, and that aura allows you to connect to your guardian spirits, which then will start giving you they'll start giving you better guidance in forms of inspirations, greater insight, a more positive outlook. You just generally feel more happier and positive when you're connected with your guardian and guiding spirits. And this sutra allows you to kind of like open that gateway to heaven and close any ties with hellish beings. That is how powerful this is. And in the last sentence, it talks about admonishing or changing people through your words. This is actually a chapter where Master is talking about guiding other people who are also possessed by evil spirits. So just imagine that spiritual light that we receive from God or heaven is like your energy, as if you're a battery, right? And the more charged you are, the more light you can emanate. And sometimes when you're trying to guide someone, it's not just about logic and reasoning and intellect, but sometimes it's just like this spiritual thing. the moment I've experienced this recently in Times Square when I was having a conversation with a gentleman who had literally completely opposite political views than I had, who came up to me and who ripped up the flyer that I was passing out and who slammed it on the floor. I told him to come back because it was so inappropriate. He came back. I was expecting him to give me, like, punch me in the face. Didn't turn out to be like that. With my heart, because I recited this every single day and I had my composure set to, like, really give love, and I wanted to pull out that needle of pain that was causing this gentleman to act so like a primitive being. I asked him, what's bothering you? And we got into a great conversation. He apologized and he walked away, but oh my God, I wish I kind of like recorded that moment. When he came up to me, he was furious, right? He was fuming with anger. He was literally about to probably throw a punch in my face. However, the moment he came right in front of me and I asked him, what's bothering you? What's bothering you? 3 words that uttered from my mouth. That moment, I felt that tension in his body kind of like just melt away. And he's like, well, the poster that you put out there is not appropriate and blah, blah, blah. It was actually a complete misunderstanding. And then we got into that conversation and it ended very happily. He even took the flyer that he initially ripped apart in half. So this, ladies and gentlemen who's watching this video, is what I want to say. Words have spiritual power, and it literally has that power to kind of like change someone instantly. And in order for you to be able to do so, you need to be charged with God or Buddha's light. And this will help you do that. I'm going to close my video. The sentence today is really long, so I'm just going to say thank you for watching today's video. And if you'd like to receive this sutra, you can do so online on our website. It's just a $10 donation. It's given to all of our members. And why don't you start a totally new life by reciting this sutra? That will be the end for today. Thank you very much. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.